we'll be talking about the conceptual design, and this conceptual design we will be talking in large enterprises. The same ER diagrams we are going to talk, no doubt about it, but instead of working on two ER diagrams, we will work in a ternary ER diagrams. Or if I'm going to call it as a ternary ER diagrams, then we are assuming the ER diagrams for three. There will be three tables and the relationship will be among the three entity sets. That is what we called it as a ternary. So we will be talking about the ternary or more, the relationships. Now, here is a university ER diagram model. Here is a university ER diagram model. In this university ER diagram model, we can say there is a relationship among different entity sets. The first entity set, you can call it as a professor. The second entity set was the department. Third entity set was the project, and fourth entity set will be the graduates. Will be the graduate. The first entity set was the professor. The second entity set was the department. Third entity set was the project. Fourth entity set was the graduate. Right. Next one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We call them as entity sets. We call them as entity sets. Next one. Now we have works in, manages, supervisor, measure, runs, work department, work project. These items we call them as relations, nor we are going to call them as relationship sets. We call them as relationship, or we are going to call them as relationship set. The dotted line around these items, the dotted lines what we are going to mention here, this is what we are going to call it as aggregation. We are going to mention it as aggregation. Now, let us in detail look into the conceptual model. What are the entities of a professor? Professor should have a SSN, professor should have a name, professor should have a age, rank, and a research specialty. This was mentioned here. So, professor ID, we are going to call it as an SSN here, and this was underlined. So, we are going to call that item as primary key. So, professor is uniquely identified. His unique identification is given by SSN. Therefore, we are going to call him as a primary key. Later on, we have age, specialty, rank, and these all items, we are going to call them as attributes. We are going to call them as attributes here. Next one. Similarly, we have an entity set called as a project, and project should have a project number, a sponsor name, project when it was beginning, project when it was ending date, and how much cost the project is. So project should have a project beginning date, project should have a project ending date, project should have a budget. How it is going to be represented? So project, yes, we are going to mention as an entity set, and project is going to have a unique identifier as project identifier, that is called as a primary key. Thereby, who is going to sponsor the project? For example, in an academic institute, if a research is going to happen, it is supported by DST from Government of India or SCRB from Government of India. Similarly, if there is some project with dealing with a center of excellence, and if it is supported by a IBM people or some Bosch people, etc. So those people, we are going to call them as the sponsors, because they are going to give the amount, they are going to sanction the budget so that the project can be executed. So that is where a budget is going to be implicated. Similarly, we do have when a project is beginning, when a project is going to be ended, so that it is going to be represented. Next comes students. That is a graduate student with his name as SSN, followed by name, age, and the program, whether he is towards a MS program or whether towards a PhD program, is going to be represented. So now we are going to take up the graduate, and graduate is identified via this SSN, he is identified via the age, via his program, and via his name. Next. After a project is going to take up, now a department, it is going to have a department number, department name, and an address. So there is a department, and department is going to be, there is a department, and department is going to be identified with a department number, department name, and department office address. So department, it is going to be a entity set here, and the attributes are department number, which it is going to be a primary key, department name, and office. Now, let us see how the relations or a relationship set is going to be built for this project. Now let us look how the conditions people
Sir,